Hey everyone, Jake from 80/20 Automotive here. Today we're going to be talking about common problems and reliability issues with GM's 5.7 liter LT1 engine. The LT1 engine that we're going to be discussing is the version that was produced from 1991 until 1997 and was used in popular vehicles such as the C4 Corvette, the Camaro, the Impala, the Firebird, and a handful of other GM vehicles. The 5.7 liter LT1 is the predecessor to the first official LS engine, which was the LS1, and the LT1 actually is quite a bit more reliable than the initial LS1 that was produced. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and talk about the problems with the LT1. There really are only a handful of them. These engines do tend to be extremely reliable, and they can very easily make it beyond the 200,000+ mile mark. But there are just a few things to discuss here and a few problems that are common but overall relatively minor with this engine. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the problems with the LT1 engine. First up on the list is what's called OptiSpark. With the LT1, GM released a new distributor technology, which was called OptiSpark. There aren't a whole lot of differences between this system and a traditional distributor system, but there are a few quirks to this that made it quite unreliable. Initially, in the 1991 to 1993 models, they made the ventilation holes too small on the distributor, and so heat from the inside of it would cause moisture to build up, and the moisture inside of it would fail. So in 1994, they went ahead and made the ventilation holes on it bigger. But the problem with making the ventilation holes bigger is that the distributor was actually located on the bottom side of the engine. So it's very common for water, dirt, and just debris to kick up on the underside and enter the ventilation holes and ultimately cause failure from particles and water getting into the distributor. Ultimately, on the LT1 engines, OptiSpark is pretty close to a guaranteed failure at some point in time, just because of a few design flaws with it, with the location of it being on the bottom of the engine and with the ventilation holes that are on it. Additionally, when the water pump fails, it also tends to cause OptiSpark to fail as well. Ultimately, this system being bad and water pump failure taking it out means that it's a very common problem, and it's going to be the most common thing that's on this list here. Ultimately, there aren't a ton of problems that come with these OptiSpark issues. It does tend to cause the spark plug wires to go bad, which we'll talk about a little bit here, but outside of that, all you need to do is go ahead and replace the system or upgrade to a non-OptiSpark distributor to fix this issue. Second on our list is head gasket failure. The LT1 doesn't inherently have any issue with the heads or the head gasket, but the LT1 does not handle heat very well. If you experience any kind of overheating, then it is very common that the head gaskets fail due to that overheating. And now, because these engines that we're talking about are 25, 30+ years old now, it is common to experience some issues with the cooling system, such as coolant system leaks and things like that. And so if you have issues with your coolant system, that can cause you to run low on coolant and cause engine overheating, which therefore then takes out the head gaskets. Ultimately, the head gaskets aren't really a problem so long as proper maintenance is done and you make sure that your cooling system is well taken care of and you make sure that the engine doesn't overheat at all. Third on our list is a small problem with the coolant level sensor. The coolant level sensor tends to fail, and that's going to go ahead and give you a low coolant level light on the dashboard. If you go ahead and inspect your coolant levels and your coolant levels aren't low, then that's how you know that it's just the coolant level sensor that failed. And it is common for people just to unplug these sensors and not run them. But because, like I mentioned, overheating tends to cause issues with your head gaskets, it's really important to go ahead and replace this sensor so that if you do end up having a leak in your cooling system, you're aware of it by the low coolant light coming off. If you go ahead and just unplug or you don't replace this sensor, then you don't ever really know if you do have low coolant if you don't visually see any coolant leaks that might be taking place. So ultimately, the coolant level sensor fails pretty frequently. It is slightly expensive. It's something like a $100 replacement to get a good high quality OEM replacement, but it's important to go ahead and take care of it just to make sure you don't run into any true low coolant levels at any point that could lead to head gasket failure. Fourth on our list is PCV failure. The LT1 tends to experience PCV failure pretty frequently. And ultimately, the PCV failure causes a lot of carbon buildup. It can also cause the spark plugs to fail by coating the spark plugs with oil, and it can lead to a number of other performance-related problems. This is just a heads up that the PCV valve does get gunked up and need to either be cleaned out or replaced relatively frequently. Otherwise, it can lead to a few other components failing, but most importantly, a number of performance-related issues. And then fifth and last on our list is the spark plugs and the spark plug wires. Issues with these systems are predominantly because of the OptiSpark and the PCV valve issues that we already talked about. When the distributor goes bad, it tends to cause the spark plug wires to go bad, and when the PCV system starts getting backed up, it tends to coat the spark plugs and cause the spark plugs to go bad. So because of a few other problems on these engines, you have pretty frequent spark plug and spark plug wire replacement that needs to take place. And that covers it for our list of common problems on GM's LT1 engine. As I mentioned, these are very reliable engines. The only thing that you're pretty much guaranteed to experience is going to be issues with the OptiSpark system, but if you go ahead and get rid of OptiSpark or just replace the system when failures happen, there aren't too many other things that go bad on these engines so long as they are properly maintained. From a maintenance standpoint, the most important thing is making sure that your cooling system is functioning properly, making sure you're not experiencing overheating, because like I mentioned, these engines do not take heat very well. And so that's the most important thing from a maintenance standpoint. And outside of that, just making sure your PCV system is functioning properly will help pretty much cause none of these problems to really be problems. Ultimately, very reliable engines. They just require a little bit of proper maintenance, and with proper maintenance, they should very easily last 200,000+ miles. Anyways, guys, that covers it for our video on GM's LT1 engine problems. If you guys appreciate this content, please click the like button, subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for all the future content we have coming.